Humanoids and robots are no longer only a research topic. They are ready to enter the environments we operate in every day. But there is a challenge. Operation cannot pause while you figure out how to use them. You cannot stop a hospital to introduce robots. You cannot stop an airport to test automation. And you cannot stop public infrastructure to experiment with physical AI. So the real question is not, can a robot move, push, pick up something, or complete a set of tasks? The real question is, can robots become part of a live operation safely, intelligently, and reliably? This is what the NCS is building with Commander AI. Commander AI is our agentic orchestration platform for physical AI. It allows robots, such as humanoids, from different vendors to act as one coordinated operation. Not 5 separate machines. One team, one mission, one operating picture. There are 4 ideas behind the platform. First, it integrates into existing operations. Physical AI cannot sit outside the operating environment. It has to connect with existing systems, workflows, and command structures. Second, it gives operation a single pane of observation. Video, robot status, situational awareness, mission state, all brought into one single view. Third, it uses agentic orchestration. And that means that the system not just display information. It reasons over the mission, assigns tasks, coordinate agents, and adapt as the situation changes. Fourth, it creates an embodied twin, a digital representation of the physical environment the robotic agents operate in. So the system does not just know where a robot is. It knows what the robot can do, what it is seeing, what constraints it is operating under, and how it should work with the rest of the team. Let me show you what that means. Here you see multiple robots. Different forms, different vendors, different capabilities. In most organizations, this would be a fragmentation problem. Each robot has its own interface, its own control layer, its own operating model, and its own limitations. And that does not scale. Physical AI only becomes useful when it is intelligent enough to work as one operational team. Intelligent inside one robot is not enough. It's the same principle as people. A person who is excellent at their own task is a great worker. But if they are not aware of their surroundings and they cannot work with others or do not know when to ask for help, they put the team at risk. And the same is true for robots. A brilliant robot operating alone is not yet physical AI. To activate physical AI, each robot needs to work with data, video, the environment, with humans, and with each other. The future will not be one vendor, one robot, one closed ecosystem. Enterprise will have mixed fleet, all from different ecosystems. Commander AI makes them work together. It turns a collection of individual machines into a coordinated mission team. Physical AI is moving from demo to validation. And this is no longer just a robotics conversation. It is becoming an operations conversation. And very soon it will become one of the most important AI conversations in your boardrooms. Because your leaders will have to decide, how do we adopt physical AI without disrupting live operations? Those at the front now will shape the technology, the operating model, the guardrails, and turn potential into reality. This is what NCS has launched with RAMP, Robots and AI in Motion program, together with our partners. RAMP brings together NCS operational methodology and the technology depth of AWS, NVIDIA, Dell, and leading robotic OEM partners. It gives enterprise leadership teams a structure, framework, and an operating playbook for the physical AI journey. Robots working across brands, AI coordinating missions, operators seeing one shared picture, and physical system moving from isolated machines to intelligent operations. This is Commander AI, and this is RAMP. And that is how NCS is helping organizations bring AI from the digital world into the physical world, safely, intelligently, and at scale. And now, to explain why safety and trust must be designed into AI from the start, please welcome my colleague, Sunil.
Thank you, Giuseppe. Thank you. Let me start with someone. Call her May. May is 38, a nurse in Singapore, 2 kids. Like most of us, she has insurance. Her insurer holds the private facts of her life, her health, her money. Last week, May did nothing unusual. Somewhere else, a stranger opened her insurer's AI customer service agent, the friendly chatbot that handles accounts and claims. He did not break in. He just typed the right words, a message that talked the agent into ignoring its own rules. Someone had posted this trick online the day before. The agent did what he asked. It reset the account and handed over the details. By morning, the stranger controlled all of it, the key to her money and her most private records. May was the first victim. The mistake was never hers. There is a second victim, the insurer itself. The same trick is now public. Anyone can copy it, and people do. Some get the agent to approve payouts, it should refuse. Thousands doing it is real money gone, and that's financial loss. The same trick can expose other policyholders' medical records. That is regulatory breach and a fine to match. One exploit, 2 victims. The person and the organization meant to protect her. Most organizations here do the right thing. They follow the governance frameworks and sign the system off as safe before launch. But new exploits keep emerging after that. And a system that passed every check can still hand over May's account. That's the heart of it. AI safety gets treated as a compliance discussion. It is an operational discipline. A checklist cannot keep up. The threat is alive. The trick that took May's account was posted yesterday. Long after the last review, tomorrow brings another one. Here is the asymmetry that should keep us honest. The attacker has to succeed once. The defender has to get it right every single time. A point-in-time review is a snapshot of one day, tested against an adversary that never stops. Real safety has to keep moving. The discipline is a loop that never stops. We call it Sunshine Guardian. It watches constantly, threat feeds, logs, what the user reports. The moment a new exploit appears anywhere, it surfaces here. It reproduces. It fires that exploit at the live system to find out if you are exposed before an attacker does. It heals. It tightens the guardrails. It adjusts the prompts and controls. Then it watches again. Every turn feeds one living knowledge source as current as yesterday's attack. People stay accountable. They set the limits of what the system can change by itself. An independent team keeps watch. We have done this for real. We ran our AI career coach through this discipline under the AI Verify Foundation's Global AI Assurance Sandbox. Live in production, serving real people. For us, AI safety sits at the core of how we do AI, left, right, and center. Let's come back to May. Picture the version with Sunshine Guardian. The stranger types a trick, the agent refuses, the account holds, and she just stays safe. And the insurer keeps one thing it most needs to keep: trust. So remember one thing: safety is operational, not compliance. The attacker has to be right only once. We have to be right every time. Before I go, let me introduce the two people who worry me more than any attacker. I've just spent 5 minutes warning you about autonomous AI. So naturally, I'm now handing over the stage to two young men and a swarm of agents that run for days on their own. They run Pragnition Labs. Edward called them the speedboat, our AI natives. Please welcome Ivan and Joey.
Thank you, Sunil. I'm Ivan. He's Joey. We are the speedboat, the AI natives. Software has become incredibly cheap to build. AI has completely rewrote the economics of creation. Today, a small team can do what used to require an entire department. A prototype takes days. A production useful product takes weeks.
But there's a catch. That only happens if you fundamentally change the way you work. If you take your old, heavy development process and patch AI tools on top, you get a slight speed bump, but not a new engine.
And that is precisely why we created Pragnition Labs. Our mission is to help make Singapore AI native, building teams, tools, and workflows designed around AI from day one.
To do that, we don't treat AI as a chatbot or a simple coding assistant. We practice harness engineering.
The harness is what turns unpredictable model capability into reliable, repeatable enterprise outcomes. We aren't just building software anymore. We are building the tools that build the software.
And we've systematized this. We built our own AI native development and research frameworks. We've deployed swarms of agents to aid in every aspect of our work, from development, client research, and presentation prep.
When we started Pragnition, we treated agents like isolated engineers executing single tasks. But we quickly hit a wall.
Right. We realized that agents are like brilliant engineers who have never spoken to each other. They don't coordinate naturally, share memory, or have a mutual understanding of the code base. Thus, we built a unifying layer using the file system as state. Think of it as a shared digital whiteboard that anchors all our agents to one common goal.
Now, our engineering philosophy is simple. Whenever we spend precious human headspace on repetitive tasks, we ask, can we automate that?
And the results are on screen right now. We now have long horizon project orchestrators and security swarms running autonomously for days. Our engineers don't waste time babysitting or delegating micro tasks to AI.
Instead, our humans do what they do best, make the critical, high-level system design decisions.
While our agents flesh out the code and hunt for vulnerabilities in parallel.
But let's be clear. The point here isn't speed for its own sake. The point is outcomes. When you build faster, you get real software into hands faster.
Which compresses the feedback loop. You find out what actually works in days, not months. You stop guessing what the client needs and start proving it.
Exactly. It cuts out the months of guesswork so you can pivot instantly and solve the real-world problems.
And that is what our speedboat gives the mothership. It gives NCS a way to explore, test, and build at AI speed.
And NCS gives our speedboat skill, governance, trust, and operational discipline.
Together, they create the exact model large organizations need for the AI era.
Move fast, build safely, scale responsibly. That is how we move from the 10% improvements and start realizing the 10x.